All right, guys. Sorry for the delay. So I just want to make sure that I am live and you guys are seeing this video. So if anybody is on, just shoot a comment. If not, I guess just let us know in the comments afterwards that you are in here for the replay. So basically, what today is all about is creating a morning formula. And last week we spoke about goals. And I know I had asked a couple of you, if you were sticking to those goals, if anybody is journaling. These are just ways to prepare you to make time for yourself. So this week, what I want everyone to start doing is creating what we call a morning formula. And what that morning formula is are things that you do every morning when you get up, things that you do throughout the day and you stick to. So for instance, in the morning, when you wake up, do you immediately go onto your phone and start checking your emails? If you do, that's one thing you want to stop. You want to create a positive mindset for starting your day off. So some of those things are creating rules, and I have them written on my whiteboard. Sorry that you guys can't see because it's kind of far. But basically, rules that you have for yourself every day, like making time for yourself, preparing for tomorrow. So at the end of the day, making sure that you're going to prepare for tomorrow. These are rules that we create to stick to throughout the day. So in the morning, and I'll give you an example of how I start my day out. In the morning, I start my day with not even jumping out of bed, but just laying there with my eyes closed and giving myself time to prepare for what I am going to do for the rest of the day. Whether that be getting right to work, working out, but I have a specific way that I do my things. So I want you to create some consistency in your day and in your morning by laying out exactly how you want that to play out. I do not allow myself to get onto the phone anymore unless it's 15 minutes after I've woken up. Because if I start getting on the phone while I'm in bed and I haven't even gotten myself up, sometimes it'll put me in a bad mood because I get a text or an email that I'm not happy about, or I get something that I need to do and it takes precedence over the other things that are important. So by creating a morning formula and making sure that you are doing things that are meaningful to you to start with for the day, it's going to set your day up for more success. So your emotional state, and therefore each of these events that take place from there onward, is solely determined on how you begin your day, right? So if something bad is coming through an email or through a text and it starts your day off like that, your entire day is shot. Like you are in just a really bad mood. So begin each day with a real purpose, and I strongly urge you to do this immediately, especially with all of these changes that you're going through in your current health journey. Everything has to be going. Hold on one second. Or your partner is bothering you. Yeah, that's true, Corey. I've learned to, you're the one that taught me to shut my phone off, put it on airplane mode. Yeah, I used to have my phone going all the time, and especially when I moved here to California, and Corey still is still in New York. We're gonna get him out here. But I would like hear my phone buzzing and 3 o'clock in the morning, jump on to see what was going on. Bad. We don't want to be doing that. So whatever you're planning to achieve in a day, the goals, you want to go and plot those out immediately. Like you want to have that structure of what it is you want to accomplish throughout the day. Because if you just wake up and you just take the day as it is, I'm telling you now, you're not going to be successful. I've tried it. It doesn't work. My day gets thrown all over the place in a million different directions. You need to have some sort of structure to make sure that those goals are moving forward and you're crossing them off. So the way you could do this is in the morning when your alarm goes off, stop hitting snooze. The second you hear that alarm go off, that's time for you to get up. If you're going to snooze your alarm, if it's a 10-minute snooze, you know what? Set your alarm for 10 minutes later the next day. If you have the time to hit snooze, you have the time to sleep a little bit later. If you keep hitting snooze in a day, it just kind of screws everything up. You want to get up immediately. Make sure when you're getting up, you're doing simple tasks like making your bed, right? I know it sounds stupid, but these are little things that just kind of get us moving in the morning and get us into that positive mindset. If I walk out of my room, like I brush my teeth, and then I'm done, and then I come back into my room 2 hours later and I see it's a mess, it kind of puts a negative feeling on me. So having these little things set in place, these little pieces of structure, starts to become ingrained in you, and you start to do it with other things. So keep it really simple. Get up when the alarm goes off. Make your bed immediately. Do not turn on the TV and start watching the news. If you start watching TV, turning on that news, that's going to put you in a bad mood, especially with everything that's going on right now. Also, it's a time sucker, right? You start watching something, before you know it, 10 minutes has passed, and you could have been doing something that 10 minutes. Don't even bother with the television. The news never has anything positive, right? It's always something negative, always something to get you pissed off and annoyed with. Get rid of it. There's no need for it. Do that later on in the day if you have to. Make sure you're starting everything off with positivity, structure, and mindfulness. 5 minutes of meditation in the morning. When you get up, before you start looking at that phone, close your eyes 3 to 5 minutes, meditate, just think about nothing except for being still and being present in the moment. You can ask your coaches. We have some meditations that we can send you guys. So either post below that you want these meditations for you in the app, or ask your coach and they'll get them into the app for you. But I highly suggest use these meditations as part of your morning formula. My morning formula and your morning formula are going to be two completely different things. So really think about how you want to structure your day and then follow that structure to the T. It's to keep you guys on track. It's to keep you in a positive mindset. I know that we can't always be happy-go-lucky and things are always going hunky-dory. I know you like that, right? But, at least if we have a glimmer of hope there with things being able to change, it makes it a little bit easier. We can't always be, affirming all this positivity out there, because reality is it's not always that way, but we can at least move closer towards that goal and be in a more positive mindset instead of sitting there and dwelling on what's negative. Let me see, I have some notes that I wanted to go over with you guys. So, we're looking for you to improve your mood throughout the day. We're looking for you to decrease stress throughout the day. So when you have everything lined up and you can cross things off, that makes your day much more productive. So start small. And if you have if you like to go by list, start like even just the tiniest little bits, because that feeling of accomplishment makes you want to do more. So even if you write down, like in the morning, what you're going to be doing is you brush your teeth, you drink your glass of water, you exercise for 10 minutes, you meditate for 5 minutes, and you start crossing these things off. I know they're simple little tasks, but it just makes you feel better to see things getting crossed off that list. High performing people do this all the time. So athletes, CEOs, business owners, these are the things they do to stay successful and to stay sane. So really think about that. If you have people that are successful and you want to be like, think about how they go through their day. Go ahead and Google names of people, how they start the day. There's a lot of great, there's a lot of great interviews out there with tons of famous people and, high-level executives as to how they are putting themselves in these more positive mindsets, goal-oriented mindsets. See how they do it and see if that works for you, because it's going to be different for everybody. So just make sure that this week you're creating what you want your morning formula to look like. I'm going to post in here what mine is. I'm actually going to make some changes to mine because I've kind of fallen a little bit off track because of everything that's going on. I have a full family at home, so it's really not as easy as it was when I was home by myself. But let's do this work together. and, kind of bounce ideas over each other, because I might see something that I'm like, oh, look at this. Pat has a really great morning formula piece here that I think I'm going to throw into my day. We can get these ideas from somebody. I know that it's not always easy to start these things off alone. So let's kind of bounce ideas off each other. I'm going to post what my morning formula is. Corey's going to post his. I'm going to ask all the coaches to get involved. This way, you guys can start to understand and see what it means to have a morning formula that means something to you. And that's it. So that's really what I wanted to go on live today with you guys, just kind of setting up Mondays to be that day to kind of like focus on what you want to happen for the coming weeks. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me, to any of the coaches, post in the group. We're here to support each other and get each other going, because right now we all need that support. All right, I will talk to you guys soon.